Hey everybody, welcome to the beginning of the PORWC Gatorade Pro Series. This series is inspired by the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup Series car set. This was the first full season I had ever watched a NASCAR, so this is a special car set for sure. It brings back a lot of good memories from my first full season watching NASCAR. Even though it started off bad with the Daytona 500, which we all know what happened that season, but other than that, it was a great season, and I'm glad to be doing a series with these cars. But we have 42 privileged drivers out here today with the opportunity to win the PORWC Gatorade Pro Series Cup Championship, and should be a good one. This is a 23 race season. The points will be within the game in championship mode, like the old point system, so it'll be more realistic to that time of history and everything back then, so it's like that. So not as many chances to recover since it's not a full season. I just basically took out the second race of each race if they had two races in the season, but I picked whichever one randomly. So should be a good one, and we're going to have a 20 lapper today here at Daytona for the running of the Daytona 500. We're not doing the dual races or the shootout because it'll be too much like my Cup Series, but there still will be the Winston All-Star race when it gets to that time. So it should be a good one. And I'm going to point out some new drivers before we do this. I tried this before and it failed earlier, but look back here, Zach Buchanan in the 1, brand new driver in my series. Go back a little bit more. There is Jason Marshall in the 40, making his first start ever in my series. Christopher Martin in the 31. Go back a little bit more. There's Anthony McCurry. He is in the 66. Rhett Yates in the 97. Jackson Braun in the 19. Ken Long is a female racer. She is first time in the series and everything. Ricky Hawk in the 12. Liam Irving in the 3. Keith Batson in the 96. Sean Germain in the 93. Sean Galligan in the 26. And that is it. And Danny Wells, Michael Cosby, your front row, but Danny Wells got the pole for the first ever race in the series. I'm sorry for the long intro, just wanted to get everything out of the way. This is a 23 race season. It's going to be starting here at Daytona International Speedway. Who will be crowned the Daytona 500 champion and the first ever winner, the inaugural winner, here in the PORWC Gatorade Pro Series. As the field rolls by, here's today's starting lineup for the Daytona 500. Stay tuned. And the field rolled by, and you saw the starting line for today's race. Danny Wells and the Matt Camden Walt Tools Ford Taurus back in the day. A lot of people remember these cars. Some of you guys might not watch NASCAR back in around 2001. Some did, probably some didn't. Probably some of you guys weren't even alive around this time, but it was a great season for sure. And you see Michael Cosby outside in the 29 driving a famous car from that season where we all saw Harvick, Edgell Gordon, and get that famous win, his first career win at Atlanta. He also won that year at Chicagoland, the first race there. Harvick had a great debut season. Kendrick didn't have such a good season like his rookie year, but we all saw what happened to Kendrick in 03, won the championship. Now he's a contender every race. But Danny Wells, Michael Cosby, lead him down to the green flag. We are racing here at Daytona. 2 Fords on the bottom, 2 Chevys up top. Trent Dunham in the 28 driving Ralph Green's car, basically with my Cup Series. How ironic is that to see him in that car? They're working together on the bottom with Danny Wells, and Zach Buchanan's going to try to work with Michael Cosby. Oh, he's leaving him. Going to the bottom. We got 3 wide racing all day probably in this race. Aaron Williams, PORWC president, third up front of the top 5. He's working now with Cosby and has help from Charles Jackson in the 20. The field will be starting to get 3 abreast and everything. As Zach Buchanan trying to make a run to get the first lap led, and Danny Wells loses his partner, Trent Dunham, his Ford buddy, I guess you could say. Now, he doesn't have a teammate up there just yet. I think his closest one is Sean Henley. Maybe. I don't know who it is. Maybe it is the 99 of Matt Wells. It's his brother. No, it's Sean Henley. He's way back there. But Danny Wells easily leads the first lap, gets 5 bonus points right there to help him for the championship. Danny Wells is looking to be a serious contender hopefully this season, or in this series for the championship. He wants to do good. Go back a little bit. There's Sean Gallagher hanging around the back right there with Joseph Bryant, or that's not Joseph Bryant, excuse me. I already messed up once. Cody Lamas in the 44. He's teammates to Seth Cole and Joseph Bryant. That's Seth Cole right there in the 43, right in front of Alexander Dawson's 18. Got 3 wide up ahead. And Red Belka's put in the middle. Here comes Dylan Young in the 8 car with Christopher Martin and Michael Dawson in the 25 helping. Look at this close racing. Charles Jackson's right behind the 21 of Peachy London, and then the 9 of Matthew McMurray is on the back of that little forward car pack. Randy Carpenter back there with Rhett Yates. See Joseph Bryant in the middle, Seth Cole in the middle. Ricky Hawk, Dylan Poteet, Ken Long, they're all working together on the bottom. But Danny Wells still leading this race. 3 abreast. Look at this racing. If anybody slips up, though, it's going to be a big wreck. And welcome back to Derek Walker. Had to bring him up. He hasn't been in my series since season 1 of the Mountain Dew Race Series. He almost won the championship and just could not get a victory. Oh, they're slicing and dicing now, but he is back for some redemption. He's back in the series. Welcome back, Derek. Looking to have a good run, trying to get his first ever win in any of my series. He has a chance this season. That 92 car at Kodiak Dodge. Oh, we got a wreck! Oh, huge crash! Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, Aaron Williams got put in the wall by Sean Henley. Oh, they're slowing down. I think they realize there's a wreck. Danny Wells is going to lead them back to the line. Don't know who all was involved. I saw Zach Carlson, the 33, unfortunately was one of the cars involved in it. The first one I saw, I believe Charles Jackson, the 20, was in it. Oh, he was. Sam Young just ran over him. Oh, they're heavily damaged. Callum Wells has damage in the 4 car. James McLeod, a late entry in the series, got the 10 car. He is damaged. Not a way you want to start the season. Joseph Bryant has damage. Connor Germain is wrecked. Eric Burton's wrecked. There's Peachy London with damage. There's Zach Carlson, who I saw took a heavy hit. He must have flipped over. Oh, Zach Buchanan has damage. That Cole might have a little bit of it. Ryan Juke, he has damage. Trent Dunham has rear end damage. I guess that's bad luck to drive that car. Oh, Michael Causey, front end damage on the 29. Oh, they're going to pile up right here. Jake Jackson, Ron. Oh, they're all running into each other now. I don't think the 19 had damage until that. The big one is struck. I don't think anybody else got damaged. Looks like the rest of the field survived. Danny Wells, your leader. Got a huge pile up going into turn 3 to bring out the first caution today. Let's check out what happened on the replay. Now I think we had multiple wrecks going on at once. It's going to be hard to keep up with everything. We're going to look back here. Trent Dunham goes down into Charles Jackson. You see Connor Germain gets turned by Ryan Juke back there. And they're all going to go up the hill. Oh, and Charles Jackson hooked the 33 is Zach Carlson. And look at Sean Henley down there on the bottom saving it. Oh, and James McLeod had nowhere to go. Runs right up on his teammate. He hits the wall. Then everybody's just trying to scramble and get away from the bottom. Keith Batson's back there. Oh, and the Sam Young car is flipping back there. Somewhere back there. He actually stayed back on his roof. Oh, look at Charles Jackson and Zach Carlson up in the fence. Let's go to regular time. Zach Carlson flips over and over goes the 33. His teammate right there. There's Eric Burton. He was involved. See everybody else that was involved. That was a bad wreck. Let's take another look at that. Let's go on board with somebody. Let's check the replay out once again. Let's ride on board with Charles Jackson because he was a big part of this wreck. Let's see what he saw. Okay, they're starting to get bunched up over. Trent Dunham comes down into him. He hooks the 21 of Peachy London, and Charles Jackson's forced down into the 33. And you see the one guy piece of it. Oh, this is going to hurt. Go up a ride. Gets hit right here. Oh, Callum Wells got pretty bad. He's going to go for a flip. Carnage over turn 3. Kind of resembles, looked like the wreck from 2001 where Tony Stewart went flying in the air over everybody's car. I don't think Charles wanted that to happen to him today like it did in real life. A tough break for those drivers. We'll update, and there's where Sam Young runs in the back of him. And also, before we forget, I wanted to check some out with Aaron Williams and Sean Henley. Watch the 6 car right here. The 6 car did everything but wreck. Watch, he's right on the inside, but he gets knocked down by Charles Jackson. Look at this drift by the 6 car. Look at this. He drifted through the corner. His teammate stays off of him and keeps going, but then here comes Aaron Williams beside him. That's where they bounced off each other. Aaron's gonna go up and scrape the wall. I think Aaron saw what he was trying to do, but he wasn't probably happy about him coming up and putting him in the wall like that. But looked like half the field got taken out. But Danny Wells, your leader at the caution, we'll take you back to the restart and update where the field is, who's in, who's out still, and we'll continue racing here in the Daytona 500. Stay tuned. On an update here on the track, we just got back under caution. And Aaron Williams did pit, but Cody Lamas just blew up going under the yellow flag. He lined up. His car was fine. It doesn't look like the Petty Enterprise car is going to be doing good today. Seth Cole, we already saw, just passed him. There's Aaron Williams, who did go to pit road for the damage he had on the side of his car. Causey actually beat him off pit road, I believe, so he's going to be stuck behind him on the restart. Cody Lamas trying to get out of the way. There's Trent Dunham, Ryan Juke, repairing damage. There's P2 London. I believe nobody else came back out. I don't know if Cody Lamas is going to make it back to pit road. I'm afraid he's not going to make it. He's pulling over to the grass. I don't think that 44 is going to make it. Oh, and Causey's dropping back behind Aaron Williams. I think Williams got held up by the 44 and the 29 passed him, so he had to give it back. But we don't have much of the field left, but we're going to go back to another commercial break. Just update on the 44, just caught it, but we'll be back for the restart after this. Alright, we are back. I'm getting ready to take the restart. Danny was your leader. Update on the field. Eric Burden, Connor Germain, Zach Carlson, Charles Jackson, Sam Young, Callum Wells, James McLeod, Joseph Bryant, Zach Buchanan, and Cody Lamas are out of the race. And oh, and Brody Banta. I just caught it on the corner of the screen. Brody Banta's car is blowing up. Another Dodge engine. This looks like my nationwide race. Dodges were blowing up. Brody Banta was so excited about driving this car. Not going to be happy with the first start. He avoided the wreck, and Brody Banta's engine is gone. We'll update what happened to him. There's a broken camshaft on the 44, but we'll update what happened to the 01 in just a moment. But Danny Wells, your leader. We have... Let's see how many cars out racing still. Well, now we only have 31 cars left when Brody Banta retires from the race. I'm going to update and see what's going to happen. A broken valve on the 01 car, and then a broken camshaft on the 44. Just update. It looks like we got half the field maybe. Well, most of this field is up to speed. But now we have a lot more on the line now. So everybody's already saw the big one. Maybe they'll try to calm down, but I doubt it. But Danny Wells just gave up the bottom line. Here comes the two Chevys. Christopher Martin going for the lead. He's going to try to become the second leader of the day. Michael Dawson's pushing them. They've been working together from the start of this race. The field's kind of been separated. They're more organized now. Christopher Martin's going to lead this lap. But here comes Michael Dawson with help from Derek Walker and Matthew McMurray. A couple dodges. There's Matt Wells in the 99 running well. He's caught to his brother, Danny. And then there is Red Bell and Dylan Young. There's Anthony McCurry on the top side. There's Jason Marshall, Ken Long. She's running good. Rhett Yates. There's Randy Carpenter back there working with Jack Richards. Luke Walker, his teammate. There's all three of their Penske cars. Carpenter, Luke Walker, and Ricky Hawk. There's Sean Germain. He's going to try to run the boat for Germain. Buddies and everything. There's Taylor Orndorff. He started in the back. He's working with his buddy Dylan Poteet. 32 and the 22 probably going to try to hook up. Keith Batson taking on to the strap. Liam Irving in the 3 car. And Sean Galligan still, he's just hanging around. His car and his series actually won the Daytona 500, but it was a 2000 car set. But maybe Sean Galligan will find luck in this car like in his series the other driver won. Forgot the name on the top of my head though. Here's Jackson Braun. He's back here with Aaron Williams. They look like they're up to speed, but they lost the draft. And Alexander Dawson is up to speed too, but they lost the draft. Ryan Juke's off the pace. There's Trent Dunham, P2 London, Seth Cole, and Michael Causey. He had a great race going. Started on the outside pole and just knocked his day. Oh, Matt Wells gets into a red bell. Oh my goodness, they're 4 wide. And oh, there they go. Huge crash. And there goes more of the field. Oh, and Jack Richards. He just got hit by Dylan Poteet. Oh, and they're still wrecking. Aaron Williams is trying to avoid it all. Alexander Dawson could not follow him through, and the big one, part 2, has struck. Oh my gosh. What a wreck that was. It all started with Red Bell and somebody getting together. I think it was Matt Wells. Oh, and Dylan Young got in it. Christopher Martin was leading the race, I believe. Alexander Dawson, Jack Richards, Jackson Braun, Danny Wells, the dominant car today, is in it. Well, it went from my boring attempt at this race. Now it's become a wreck fest. But Jason Marshall got damaged. Randy Carpenter has damage. Oh, they're piling up here. Look out. Anthony McCurry just got a little bit of some damage. Liam Irving might have a little bit of it. I think he has rear end damage. Dylan Poteet clobbered Jack Richards. That's where I saw his damage. I think the 26 has hood damage. Yes, Sean Galligan does. Maybe just a little bit. He might be alright. I don't know if anybody else got damage. Red Bell avoided that. Matt Wells is still alright. He's in second. Matthew McMurray ended up leading this race. Let's go check out what happened here in turn number 4. They brought out the second caution today. It took out a lot of contenders for today's Daytona 500. Matthew McMurray in the 9 is your leader for caution number 2. I think Matt Wells is in the middle right here. They're all going for the lead. I think he thinks he's clear of Red Bell. I don't think she goes up into him. Oh, maybe she got into it. Derek Walker sent him up into the 99. That sent the 31 car, Christopher Martin, up in the wall, scraping it. They recover, but then keep an eye on this 4 wide back here. Jason Marshall's down here. Danny Wells. Dylan Young comes down, and they're going to pinch together into the 17. It's going to send them up the track. Christopher Martin nowhere to go. Oh, it doesn't look good at all. 8 cars. Look at the 8 car, man. Look how him and the 31 car is setting. That doesn't bring back memories at all. Oh, the 8 car actually got stuck in the wall. But how they were riding, they looked very similar to Dale Senior's wreck, unfortunately. 17 goes around, there's a 40, the 66, the 02. The 22 lifts the 15 up, there goes Jack Richards. Sean Galligan hit the 17 back there. 02's going to come back. 02 looked good until right there, hit Jack Richards. He gets into Liam Irving, and then back here, Jackson Braun. Oh, I could not avoid it. Look at Aaron Williams. And Dylan Poche going to hit the wall. Oh, and Alexander Dawson back there in the 18. Oh. I think Aaron Williams actually avoided all that. What driving by that 24 car? He's trying to come back from that little incident he had with Sean Henley on the last restart. Let's go right on board with Aaron Williams, see how he avoided this wreck. Keep in mind that he was really far behind, so he's going to see the whole wreck unfold in front of him. He's right behind Jackson Braun, who was unfortunately in this wreck, and the car behind him, Alexander Dawson, also got caught in it. But let's see how Aaron Williams avoided this wreck. There goes the cars that they're wrecking, so they're going to be sliding around. 8 car got into the wall and just stopped. That was a weird glitch. Stopped him and Christopher Martin. He slows down. The 19 is trying to do the same. He's following the 19. Just that 17 car, he really helped him get out of there. They're wrecking up here. Going to go right between the 2 teammates right there. Well, he got around one of them. He got around Dylan Poche. Following line behind Sean Galligan. And cautions out, and we'll update the field where they are. And Matthew McMurray is your leader. So we'll be right back. Coincidentally, this race is, or the series is 23 races long, and there's only 23 cars left. I'm kind of surprised we had a couple big wrecks, but that last one kind of was forced because of a situation in front. But cars that got dropped out of the race right there, I believe, were Alexander Dawson, Jack Richards, Dylan Young, Danny Wells, Jackson Braun, Christopher Martin, Randy Carpenter, and Jason Marshall. Dylan Poche, and I don't know who else was involved in the wreck. I think he was Liam Irving, Anthony McCurry, Sean Galligan were in the wreck. They continue on. Green flag is out. We have 6 laps to go here in the Daytona 500. Matthew McMurray is leading the race. Matt Wells is in 2nd. Michael Dawson 3rd. Derek Walker 4th. Red Bell 5th. Ken Longshee is in 6th. Brett Yates 7th. Sean Henley 8th. Give 9th place to Sean Germain, and 10th place is Luke Walker. But not following, here comes Ricky Hawk. Taylor Orndorff's trying to work with a fellow Ford driver in that 32 car. Trying to hook up. You got Keith Batson working with the 12, and then you got Sean Galligan and Aaron Williams back here. And Liam Irving might be able to stick with the draft. I'm surprised that 22 car still in this race. He hit that 15 car a ton. 66 was in the wrong place. Trent Dunham not really been able to recover since that first wreck. He got rear-ended under caution. I think that's what happened to him. Seth Coates still sticking around trying to get a good solid run, even though his car is destroyed. Peachy London had nowhere to go. He was in that wreck. Michael Causey still sticking around. Looks like Aaron Williams might be able to hang on to the draft, but Sean Galligan's falling off. I think his car and Liam Irving are too damaged. We'll go back up to the front, though. Matt Wells is taking the lead. He's had help from Michael Dawson, who's been a lot of people's friends today in the 25 car working with people. And Matt Wells leads him, goes for his teammate, Brett Yates. And look at the bottom. 3 Roush cars right there. There's usually 4. The 17 got kicked out of that race, or got knocked out of it from that last wreck. Brett Yates and Sean Henley working together. Sharpie and Viagra right there working together. And here comes the Kellogg's number 5. Tony the Tiger on here with Red Bell. This time by will be 4 laps to go for Matt Wells leading the race. I know Danny's not pretty happy about this, but we'll see what happens. Got a lot of Fords up there. Look back there, you see the 12, the 2, the 96, and the 32. Also, a lot of Fords up there competing with those Chevys and a couple Pontiacs. Actually, I think it's only 1 Pontiac. That's the 14. And then there's 3 Dodges. All on the line for manufacturers get a win too as well. Brett Yates goes up the hill, 6 with the 25 car. Surprised he left Sean Henley. Sean Henley's just hanging around, trying to work with Red Bell. Now Rhett comes back down in front of Sean. Rhett's trying to get some help. And he actually got some momentum off the corner. He diamonded the corner. Look at Rhett Yates. What a run by the 97 car. He's going to take the lead from Danny Wells. And look at Matthew McMurray slipping between the 97 and the 6. Got a couple cars you have to keep an eye on. They're back there. They might be quietly hanging around. Ricky Hawk in the 12 and Aaron Williams. They're hanging around the back. Keith Batson making his first start. He's not going to settle for this kind of a finish. He's going to try to get up there as well. Luke Walker's strong too. We'll see what happens. There's a lot on the line for those Roush cars though. 3 of them up there. There's a lot of pride to try to win this race. And as of right now, this is a 14-car race for the win. We got going to be 2.5 laps to go. Let's see some of the other cars that are just driving around. The inside line didn't have enough help for Matthew McMurray to get up there as the outside line is pulling away. 3 cars ahead. Look at Michael Dawson. He slipped under Danny Wells. He's going to split up 2 of the Roush cars. Or not Danny Wells, Matt Wells, excuse me. But Matt Wells up in the 99 did not have any help right there. And Michael Dawson's going to take advantage. Keith Batson, he's switching lanes back there behind Luke Walker. 2 laps to go for Rhett Yates. This driver was originally in the 10 car but moved over to the 97 before the season started. James McLeod is now in the 10 car. Rhett Yates trying to get a win right here. Michael Dawson went up the hill. Ooh, the 14 had some help from Derek Walker. They might try to hook up right here at the end. Taylor Orndorff and Sean Germain right behind them. Now Ricky Hawk back there has no drafting help. Now they're switching lanes. And Matt Wells blocked Ken Long. She's trying to get there. Now here she comes. They're going to Rhett Yates. It might be 3 wide for the lead. And there we go. 3 wide. Ken Long, she is sticking her nose under there. She can pull her Casico Pontiac to the lead with help from Taylor Orndorff. Where did he come from? They're going to be coming to the line. The white flag will be out for these drivers. 14 cars going for 1 spot. The win. First place. Ken Long has the lead. Here comes Taylor Orndorff to the inside of the time rod. And look who's right behind him. Mr. Pusher all day, Michael Dawson. And now Matt Wells is stuck in the middle. Ken Long still has the lead as of right now. Taylor Orndorff does not have any help on the bottom. I don't know what... Taylor has no help. Ken Long has the lead. Will Rhett Yates make a move? And he does. He pulls down for Taylor Orndorff. Battle for the lead. Rhett Yates in the Sharpie Rubbermaid 97 Ford. This might have been a brilliant move for them to switch to the 97 from the 10. Taylor Orndorff's going to try to get around him. But Taylor Orndorff has nowhere to go. No momentum. They're going to be drag racing at the line. At the line, it's going to be... Oh! I don't know who won. I wanted to close that so I don't even know myself. Ken Long made a run right there at the end. Come back. But I don't know who won. We're going to find out right now. And Ken Long! She held on the high side and beat Rhett Yates to the line. 3 1/1000ths of a second. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, what a finish. What a way to start this series with a finish like that. And a female competitor, Ken Long, is going to take the Daytona 500. And the official standings are up now. This race is official. Ken Long in the 14 Casico Pontiac for AJ Foyt has won. Wow. I thought the 97 had this race in the bag. That 14 car was strong on the high side. I believe the person that helped her win this race was none other than Derek Walker in the 92. They stuck together, and Derek helped get Ken the win, get her win and everything. What a way to start the season. Ken Long, she is your winner. Rhett Yates finished second, a heartbreaker for him, but great momentum, hopefully building for the rest of the season. Taylor Orndorff started in the back, second to last, I believe. He finished third. Great run for him. Derek Walker, strong run like usual, like he used to in the past. Fourth. Sean Germain, he got up there to help get another Dodge in the top 5 and 5th. Matt Wells finished 6th. He was strong, he was strong, but he lost some ground at the end. Didn't have any help. Michael Dawson was one of the best pushers all day. He finished 7th. That was the highest finishing Chevy in the race as well. His teammate Red Bell, she finished 8th. Great run for her. Matthew Murray led on the last restart, ended up 9th, and Sean Henley got Roush 3 cars in the top 10, finished in 10th. You got Ricky Hawk, Luke Walker, 11th and 12th, and Keith Batson, Aaron Williams, Liam Irving, Sean Gallagher, Ryan Juke, Dylan Poteet, Michael Causey, and Trent Dunham, your top 20. Seth Cole, Peachy London, and Anthony McCurry were the only cars left in the race, 21st through 23rd. And here's the rest of the results of the cars that finished out of the race. Jason Marshall, Randy Carpenter, Christopher Martin, Jackson Bryan, Danny Wells, Dylan Young, Jack Richards, Alexander Dawson, Brody Banta, Cody Lamas, Zach Buchanan, Joseph Bryant, James McLeod, Callum Wells, Sam Young, Charles Jackson, Zach Carlson, Connor Germain, and Eric Burden. So there is your results from today's race. We got to go back and see that finish though one more time before we go to the standings and stuff. So let's go look at the finish of this race. What a finish between Ken Long and her Pontiac and Rhett Yates and his Ford. So here it is right here. Derek Walker was actually getting a push from Sean Germain in the 93. The speed difference was not that much, but I thought Rhett Yates had this race in the bag, and they're coming down to the line. And 92, I mean the 32 had a lot of pushing on the 97, a lot closer than the 92 was. Wow. That's insane. What a finish. Trying to find a better angle of it. That's about as close as you can get right there. Ken Long, she has won here at Daytona. Edging out Rhett Yates. What a finish. And now we're going to go back to the official standings and follow it up with the point standings, so stay tuned. Alright guys, we are back for a final look at the standings for today's opening race of the PORWC Gatorade Pro Series. And there's your results again. Congrats again to Ken Long on the victory here for her in the Daytona 500. And let's go check out the point standings and the following race coming up soon for race 2. Also wanted to mention ahead of time, since it's the first race of the season, try not to spoil the winners. Just wanted to keep that in mind if you have to, in any way possible, just because I don't want people to get mad because who won the race or whatever. So just keep that in mind if you end up winning a race ever. So just kind of make sure you keep it kind of a secret in a way, or just do whatever you have to do. But our next race will be at the Rockingham Speedway. We'll be running for the Duralube 400. That'll be our second race. Look at the standings, not much changed. I don't know who led the most laps. I'm not even sure about that. Check it out real quick. I never really do this. I think Danny Wells did. Yeah, he led 7 laps. So Danny was the one that led the most laps. And here's your points. I'm not going to go through that much because basically it's going to stay how it was. Besides maybe like Danny or somebody that led a lap. They're probably going to bump up a little bit higher than where they finished. It is only one race, but there's only 23 events, so keep that in mind. There's your standings if you saw all of it. One last look. I'll just stop randomly. And you just have to pause if you need to. Make sure to comment, guys. Commenting still applies in each of my series, including this one. So make sure you keep commenting, because rides could be lost for that inactivity and all that, or with inactivity. So make sure to stay active, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first race, and thanks for watching. And I will see you guys at the Rockingham Speedway. And congrats Ken Long on her victory at Daytona. Congrats to her. See you guys soon.